Welcome to 4x4 Ventures. As we head into day 4, we pick up on our journey from Planet Baobab. We drive northwest towards Maun. We stock up there and continue north to Southgate Camp at the entrance to the Moremi Reserve. Distance travelled on day 4 is 288 kilometers with a 52-kilometer stretch of dirt and gravel road. Sure, what a day. What an absolute day. Day 4 was a big one, all day on the road. Wow. We were up at 5 o'clock this morning hoping for an early leave from Planet Baobab. We left Planet Baobab at about 10:30. We had a 233 kilometer or 202 kilometer drive to Maun. So we pulled in, we got caught up with traffic and topped up on everything, supplies, fuel. We topped up extra 80 liters worth of fuel, got extra supplies, some drinks, and obviously some food for the next part of the journey, which is where we're at now. We have just pulled in to Southgate, Moremi, and it is absolutely amazing. We are underneath a rather large mopani forest, and I mean they're pretty big trees. As we pulled in, we were greeted by an elephant over at the ablution block, and yeah, we've just had dwarf mongoose running through camp, little francolins coming around. So all in all, just good to be here. It's end of day. We've taken a lot of sun. We've been on the road a whole day, so nice to just get the campsite up. And what's really refreshing is that tomorrow is not a rush day. Tomorrow is a day we get to chill and do what it is that we want to do. Maybe take a game drive and give you guys a bit of an insight as to what Maremma is all about. We're here now and just soaking in the rays and just the awesomeness of being in the Moremi. Guys, I'll see you at the next one. Cheers. Day 5 was awesome. We had an off day, so a chilled out day at Southgate, which made for a really nice break. We woke up a little bit later in the morning, had a little bit of a late breakfast and just took the day easy. We then headed out for a game drive. We went to Blackpool, which was fantastic, and I tell you why, because literally 4 kilometers down the road we spotted a young leopard, and that just makes for a really great day. The Moremi Game Reserve is what's known as a low-impact park, which means that there are few vehicles and people around. This is great for game viewing, but it also means that help isn't readily available. The Moremi Game Reserve is a protected area that lies on the eastern side of the Okavango Delta. It was named after Chief Moremi III. Only about 30% of this reserve is mainland, with the bulk being within the Okavango Delta itself. We went out middle of the day. We had to be back a little bit early because we've got the potjie on the go. We're doing a little bit of a beef stew type potjie. The Moremi Reserve falls just short of 500 square kilometers in size and is rich in both wildlife, fauna and flora. The drive was good. The roads in Southgate are definitely designed for a 4x4 vehicle, but today, all in all, just a good, nice, slow drive, fluctuating between 15 and 20 kilometers an hour. Second and third with full high activated, just taking it easy, just looking out for the game. Potjie on the go now, and I'm sure it's going to be a good one. Stay tuned. Cheers. Heading into day 6 and after a relaxed day 5, we pack up camp and continue our adventure from Southgate and head north for Mahoto Community camps. The road is all dirt for 48 kilometers, but don't be fooled by this distance. Give yourself a good 3 hours to do this trip. we leave the Southgate Khwai Campsite, we look forwards to what awaits us. What impressed us with the Southgate Campsite was the well-maintained ablution facilities, but be aware that campsites are fairly close and open to each other. Crossing the Khwai River definitely gives us the impression that we are heading into the wild. The new wooden bridge awaits us as we cross over, like so many adventurers before us, into the Khwai Community village. As we are traveling and self-sufficient, there are a couple of learnings that I consider golden nuggets. Remember to always purchase wood before leaving towns and villages. Take more than you think you will use. Carry extra fuel. I would say 40 liters minimum, and you should be safe with 80 liters. Try and give yourself 1,000 kilometers reach for game drives and an increased fuel consumption rate.
So day 6, and we have just arrived at Mahoto Campsite. And let me tell you something, this was an amazing trip. So day 6's trip was really awesome. We traveled from Southgate, 43 kilometers to Mahoto Camp, and by far it has been the best drive of the trip thus far. We did a little bit of sand driving, we went through some muddy sections, and all in all the Ranger handled well. The KM3s, the BF Goodrich KM3s, great tires, I cannot complain. Such strong sidewalls that even when driving with a tire pressure of 1.4 bar around, the tires they just suck it up. So really chuffed with the KM3s thus far, and really chuffed with the Ranger. But let me just show you how crazy this is. We've just set up camp, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's a massive alley that's literally 20 meters from our campsite. Unbelievable. So yeah, day 6, all in all a great start, an awesome day, easy drive, some really nice water crossings that we did too, some awesome bridge crossings, and Tracks for Africa let us down a little bit, but we came out on top. I think we're now here, we've set up camp, and enjoy the visuals.
Mahoto Campsite is located 20 kilometers east of the Khwai village and is a basic wild campsite for the true self-drive 4x4 adventurers. Bring sufficient amounts of water, food and wood, as it is truly unique and a very wild campsite. Mahoto Campsite derives its name from the Setswana name for the camel thorn.
We just chilled, we lazed around camp today. We did a morning game drive, saw the usual, lots of elephant, no lechwe, couple of waterbuck, impala, zebra, the usual suspects. We did see tsesebi, which is quite common up in these parts. We had a bit of an afternoon dos, and then this evening took another game drive, went another route. We got into the Chobe Park, and then we decided to turn around and come back. And the only reason I say that is because Magoto is a tribal trust, so a community trust, so you don't need to pay any park fees or anything. But I tell you what, a little bit of information regarding Magoto. So to those would-be overlanders or travelers or people with a magic spot in their hearts for Africa and the wilderness, Magoto looks like it's currently in a state of flux, whereby they're building their ablution facilities. They are quite small. There are no piping, no faucets, no toilets, nothing like that too. So just a word to the wise, be cautious when out at Magoto. It is very wild, and but really awesome, really cool. So yeah, we did the game drive this evening, but saw an amazing herd of elephant. I mean, I think 50 plus, and you'll see in the visuals, they just came down to the waterhole. First 35 elephants came down, playing around with some really baby little elephants, just jawling in the water, having a blast as they do in the water. And then another herd came down, and it just seemed like they just kept coming to that one spot to drink water, which is really a privilege. It was awesome. We saw a couple of bateleur eagles, some juvenile bateleurs. We saw a hippo get out of the water and walk over to the other side of the island.
We were surprised to witness what seems to be an unusually large number of elephants throughout our trip. On talking to some fellow campers at Magotho, we were informed that the populations of elephants has rocketed from 60,000 taken 8 years ago to now a further 70,000, making for a total of 130,000 elephants in Botswana.
Yeah, just a great day of game viewing. None of the cats though. However, last night while dorsing, we did hear quite a few hyena. We heard a leopard in the distance and I believe some lion in the distance. So they are around, just we didn't manage to see them today. Tomorrow we start our drive into Savuti and then to Linyanti, where we stay a night and then wake up the following morning and push on through to Ihaha, which is up in Chobe on the Chobe River, and then into Kasane. So some busy days ahead, and like I said, just yes, I tell you, Mahoto is special, but yeah, it's very, very wild, very wild. But yeah, guys, have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow, day 8. Cheers.
Stay tuned for our last and adventurous episode coming soon, where we travel on the cut lines to Linyanti and then on to Ihaha. Thank you for the support and hope you're enjoying our 4x4 ventures. Till the next one, we'll see you then. Cheers.